I knew this was going to happen, but here we are. Microsoft officially announces $70 for their first-party games. Let's talk about it. So, let's discuss this because PlayStation has been inching this way for quite some time, and already most of their first-party games are $70. And you start seeing it even with third-party companies. I mean, the latest Call of Duty, not the Warzone, but the actual regular Call of Duty, is $70. Of course, there are a bunch of sales out there, and if you're a savvy shopper, you can find something. If you really want the game, you can get it cheaper. And I'm sure there's people already in the comment section that say, I don't spend $70. Look at me, I'm cool. It always happens. But I don't know why I made that voice. But here's the thing. $70 right now sucks. It does. I'm not paying $70. I don't even remember the last time I bought a game brand new. I'm not somebody who supports pre-orders. The last time I pre-ordered something, to be extremely honest, was, I forgot what the name of the game was, but it had like a pre-order bonus that I really wanted. So I literally waited like an hour before the game's launched and got the pre-order bonus because I knew I just wanted the game no matter what. But that is far few between. So it's one of those things of, I'm very much on the side of the consumer. Save me money. I mean, you got to make your money as a business. I completely understand that. I also completely understand that the development cost for a lot of these games, especially in the AAA space, is astronomical now. I mean, you could chalk it up from everything to the rising cost of inflation, to bad management and budget management, to the inflation of staff, to the inflation of just wages for a lot of these people. There's a lot of factors that come into this. Or, of course, the good old, Activision reason. They want more money. They'll charge you a $70 game and then charge you microtransactions on top of that so they can make a couple more $1 billion on top of the game that they already made a couple $100 million based on the flat fee. So, trust me, there's a lot of variation. There's not just one, oh my God, $70 are bad. I don't want to pay that because blah, 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 because, they'll point to Call of Duty and the microtransaction stuff. But at the same time, the development costs and everything else is going up. But as a consumer, as someone like you and myself, we also have to take part of the blame in all of this. And I know, again, just like I made the voice before, there's always going to be people in the comments. They're like, I am not part of the problem. Unfortunately, you're not. But millions upon millions of people are that buy the game brand new, that will buy this at $70. And the first game that's coming out, I believe at $70, when I read the statement, is going to be, Starfield. One of the biggest games, first-party games for Microsoft. Matter of fact, probably the first-party game for Microsoft that anyone cares about because Microsoft doesn't really put out a lot of first-party games. And even though this is going to also probably lead to a lot more people joining Game Pass in the long run, because trust me, I'm sure that's part of the strategy that, hey, you can pay $70 straight up, or you just get it for free at launch with Game Pass, which is probably going to lead a lot more people to join Game Pass. Heck, I use Game Pass. I still think Game Pass is the best deal in video games. It's insane. Do I fully trust it? No, there's a lot of other reasons why I don't fully trust Game Pass, but as just a pure value option, as someone who has an Xbox Series S, I think it's the best deal in games. Heck, I play a lot of those Game Pass games on my PC. I'm mainly a PC gamer. But here's the thing. People still buy those games. And this $70 thing, a lot of people are going to complain. You're going to see a lot of people all over, the YouTubes and the Reddits and all those places of screaming to the heavens, why? Why, Microsoft? Why? Why do you do $70? And then they'll do the next pre-order bonus. It's just... And of course, again, you, the one who might be typing right now, you may not be the one who's supporting this. You may hold off because me and you, we're on the same boat here, buddy. Like, I don't like this. Starfield is not even something like, I love Elder Scrolls games. I love Fallout games. I have almost no interest in Starfield. I think it's neat. I think it's cool. But it's one of those things, guys, that you have to completely understand. There are a lot more factors in the $10 hike than just greed, but it does play a part. And in the end of the day, it all comes down to you. I mean, if you do not support $70 price on the games, then don't buy it at 70. But it just can't be you. It has to be all of you. I'm talking about you as a general sense, as the video game buying public. And I just don't feel that it's going to be that big of a deal, to be honest. Even with how tight money is right now, people are dropping that amount of money on the video games. And yes, you may hate to see it. I hate to see it. I always look for a deal. Heck, even when a game launches new, I'm always looking for a deal. But I'm not going to sit here and ignore that Microsoft doing this wasn't some type of, secret, that this thing wasn't going to catch on. It was going to catch on. Same way when games went from $50 to $60, now we're going from $60 to $70, and probably next gen or the gen after that, we're going to see from $70 to $80. That's just, unfortunately, the way it's going to go. And as long as there's sales, as long as there's stuff out there that I could get for cheap, I'm going to take those avenues. And I suggest you to as well, because in the end of the day, no one is owed anything. These video game companies aren't owed a thing. They have to make the best product they can to attract us or to interest us. And it's our job as consumers to speak with our wallets. But what are your thoughts? Leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for being awesome.